Hey everybody, welcome back to the Simple Ground Homestead. I'm Jared, and today we're going to be looking at my Champion 2000 watt generator. Now, we got this thing back in February and we've loved it. It's ran like a champ. I was going to say that, really. Anyway, it's really an awesome generator. It's really super quiet, it's very dependable, runs a good 10 to 12 hours on the loads that we usually put on it. Usually we have it, well, we bought it originally for running the camper, and it would charge the batteries and keep the furnace running in the winter time when it was cold, and that's when it would usually run for 10 to 12 hours. When we were using it to build our yurt, had a good sizable load on it. It was closer to 8 hours. So, you know, it's been doing a really good job, and we've put about, 2,000 hours on it. I did the math, and it was actually closer to 1,800. So about 1,800 hours on it. And I figure 1,800 to 2,000 hours is well above and beyond what most people put on a generator in so few months, right? Less than a year, 10 months or so. So I'm going to open her up, taking her over to the truck here, and kind of give you an idea of how it's all gone. Oh, let's see if I can hoist it up here. Whoop! Oh! So, as you can see, it's had its wear and tear. The pull cord itself, it's holding up pretty well. I mean, we would start it about once a day. Not every single day, but pretty close to every single day. I was supposed to clean this, but I've only cleaned it once. And let's see if it can focus in there. My camera doesn't want to focus on it very well, but the spark arrestor there on the exhaust, I've only really cleaned it once. It doesn't look that bad. Hasn't had very much trouble there. So the one thing about owning this generator that was different than I expected was actually all the maintenance it required. The size of the engine is pretty small, so they asked for a lot of oil changes. I've been faithful 95% of the time. There was one oil change that was way overdue. I was in the middle of all the building projects, and I quite frankly forgot about it. And yeah, it worked out though. Everything turned out okay. Give you a look inside. Basically trying to tell you that it was fairly sturdy. Taking a look inside, you can see things are dusty. I should open up this air filter. I'll do that next. There's grime buildup in there. There's a little bit of greasy, oily inside. Can I zoom in to show you? And that is partially because this oil dipstick drain combination lets the oil leak back down into it. So when I do my oil changes, I get some drips down there. At first I was worried that I had an oil leak in there, but I've ruled that possibility out. It's just messy habits, I guess. I couldn't get this air filter taken apart one-handed, so I put you back on the stand and see if we can get this thing open. Well, it wasn't too bad. A little bit of a mess in there. And I'm seeing a little bit of oil in here too. Old things showing her age after a year, but don't let the time fool you. We've been pushing her hard. Most people won't buy a generator like this and put 2,000 hours on it in a year. If I put this in the right direction, it'll actually go on, huh? There, we got it. Alright, turn her around, see if there's oil or some gas in there. All fueled up, ready to go. As you can see, she still fires right up. Only takes one pull. It's about 40 degrees outside. So, I mean, even in cooler weather, it fires right up. It's not too bad. Well, so after 1,800, 2,000 hours, whatever it might be, how do I feel about this generator? I'd recommend it. Now, what good is that going to do you? I don't know, because this model is pretty old. I don't know what Champion is doing to replace it. You know, it's getting up there in age. They're probably thinking of something new. But if you can find one and you're interested, you're scratching your head on it, go for it. If you're looking at Champion in general, based on my experience with this generator, I'd say go for it. They have a great price. You know, they're pretty cheap in price, in my opinion, and great outcome. I mean, I love that this thing is a one-pole start. It runs good and consistent. The power output is very clean. It's worth your time and your money, I think. And I'm not disappointed that I didn't buy a Honda. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I know it'd be cool to have one, but I don't think that I'm not missing a thing. I'm not cursing the day that I chose this over that. I'm really not. So if that's helpful to you, I'm glad. Anyway, I'd hate to ramble your ear off, so thanks for watching my video. If you're new, welcome. Feel free to look around. We're working on finishing up our house behind us, and then after that we're going to be working on self-sustaining stuff. We're trying to build a nice homestead for our family and try to live off the land a little bit. Isn't that exciting? We're having a blast out here. Please feel free to take a look at what's going on, right? For those of you who watch all my videos, thanks a bunch, guys. Man, I'm feeling very blessed that you guys are helping out, but I've already done a whole video on that, you know. And a sneak peek, I've got them hanging up over there. I'm working on editing that video on our solar panels as well as this one. I need to collect a little more data on how well they work. It's not very sunshiny, can you tell? So I'm going to play with them just a little bit more before you guys get the video. But it's on its way. There they are. They exist. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. And until next time, thanks as always for taking this journey with me on Simple Ground.